I am not familiar with the Rangers, 5e Rangers spell list. But before I even really dive into this, I'm going to go to Xanathar's Guide and see if there's any fun new ones. We had a little debate. I can't remember who it was with. A little debate that I did with somebody about me being very dissatisfied with the fact that they reprinted. I think it was actually Mem and I were talking about, or maybe it was just in the homebrew chat in general. Being dissatisfied with the fact that they took stuff that was already published into another book. So the stuff from Princes of the Apocalypse and whatnot was republished back into here. And I was like, why are you double dipping like that? That's kind of lame. But then, once again, a decent counter argument being Adventure League is Player's Handbook +1. So it does make things easier for the PCs in that situation. So, fair, but I personally thought it was kind of cool to keep all of the elemental spells with the elemental races for the +1. That's just me. Absorb Elements was added in. Beast Bond was added in. Snare. Zephyr Strike, which is amazing if I remember correctly, and Healing Spirit, which I have no clue what that does. So Healing Spirit, first, second level spell. That's where someone probably could have known. It's Concentration, 1 minute, bonus actions cast, 5-foot cube. Until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature move for the first time, turn starts in there, you cause the creature to restore 1d6 health points. So, but it's for the first time on a turn, so you can heal every turn theoretically. You can heal theoretically 10d6. That's cool. Until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature can see, moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn in there. That's incredible. You can heal 10d6 theoretically. That is a lot of healing. That is like the old school flaming sphere, but for healing. Zephyr Strike. If I remember, I love this one. Zephyr Strike. Bonus action concentration, 1 minute. You move like the wind until the spell ends. Your movements does not provoke attacks of opportunity. That's insanely good. Especially if you're, flying and there's creatures that suddenly came around you. Once before the spell ends, you can give yourself an advantage on one weapon attack. Roll on your turn. The attack deals an additional 1d8 force damage on hit. Whether you hit or miss, your walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of... Why does it have to say walking speed? Why can't it just say speed? But I have a fly speed. Why can't that increase by 30 feet? Frustrating, but okay. Cool. Oh, hey, Zephyr Strike's in here, but probably from the old printing, not from the new one. Healing Spirit, super broken, gotta get it, love it. Hunter's Mark is just too good. Zephyr Strike. Healing Spirit's not going to be here, is it? Nope. Bark Skin, I'm going to double check that one. If I remember, I love it. What is Cordon of Arrows? Healing Spirit. Oh, that's why. That's right there. I can only have 4, mind you. Hunter's Mark, concentration up to an hour. Bonus. Choose a creature you can see. Deal an additional 1d6 whenever you hit them. Have advantage on wisdom checks for perception and wisdom. Mind you, if they're already one of my little fucker people, I already have a +4. So I can have, where was I? I can have advantage with a +4, and my survival is already a 5, so I can have advantage with a +9. That's insanely good. Perception as well. If the target drops to 0 health points, you can use a bonus action and succeeding returns and mark a new creature. Higher levels, it can go up to 8 hours, up to 24 hours, but the damage always stays 1d6. Useful. We just discussed this one. Yeah, I thought it was going to be useful. It's less so. It's far less so. I mean, it's nice that bonus action give yourself advantage, I guess. Like bonus action, fly away, make an attack with advantage, and then, you know what I mean? Like it's useful for a on this turn action. You know what I mean? Hmm. Plex, what do you mean by... what are you asking over here? Because I don't know if you're asking about the things that you spend the loyalty points on. PCs are not allowed to spend it on a campaign they're currently playing in. To impact a session, like let's say Ollie was gone for a session because like he was vacationing with his family, right? But he was still like kind of checking in on Twitch from time to time. He could spend it on something that impacts that session, but not his character, because he's not actively playing that session. Concentration up to an hour. Target to AC can't be less than 16, regardless of the kind of armor it's wearing. So this is like a fun little rules lawyery thing where it's one of those like, can't be less than 16. But if you give them a shield, if they're naked and they have a shield, is it 18 or 16? You know, it's one of those fun rules. I actually think it was tweeted out a response to that. So it's supposed to be, no, it counts as like wearing chain mail. Where it's, no, it's 16 plus, like it's like wearing heavy armor. It's 16 plus shield is fine. But its phrasing, its initial phrasing is one of those, no, it's not 16 plus shield, it's just 16, get over it. But I think it's meant to work like the heavy armor. 8 hours, holy shit. You plant 4 pieces of non-magical ammunition, arrows, or crossbow bolts in the ground within range and lay magic upon them to protect the area. Until the spell ends, whenever a creature other than you comes within 30 feet of the ammunition for the first time, or at the end of a turn it ends there, 1 piece of ammunition flies with the strike, and the creature must make a dexterity saving throw. 1d6 piercing is lame. Ammunition is then destroyed, and the spell ends and no ammunition remains. Ugh, I thought this was going to be cool. It sucks. It's literally a 5-foot range, and if they continue standing there, they take 1d6 damage if they fail a save. It's a 2nd level spell that somebody can easily avoid. Like, they just step through it quickly and make 1 save for 1d6 piercing. Like, this is a garbage spell. Plex, to answer your question, I honestly, in my old way of doing it, I wouldn't name my campaigns until after the 3rd session. But that's also because I, as a DM, have always allowed character fluidity for the first 3 sessions. You're allowed to literally change anything you want, anything and everything about your character after they've made, up until the start of session 4. At the start of session 4, you're locked in. The concrete has set. You know what I mean? You are now your character. And then usually by that time, because I don't walk in like knowing everybody's story and stuff like that yet, I walk in, I feel it out, and then I decide the names moving forward. Transitioning to be on the interwebs and DMing that way, I've had to be just a little bit more forward thinking and just like where I want the campaign to go, and then just try to be vague. You know? Based on one of the PCs, the characters, blah, blah, blah. So Hunter's Mark, Zephyr Strike, Bark Skin, which could be useful. I don't know. Because I'm not going to use a shield. So Bark Skin really won't be useful. So just wear leather armor. Healing Spirit, Hunter's Mark, Zephyr Strike, and 1 more. Haha, Billy. Funny. Funny, Rick. Hey, everybody in chat right now, do any of you guys watch these VODs on YouTube or no? Do you only ever check them out on stream or not at all? Because I have a question for you. Ranger. Absorb Elements is really useful. I'm going to check Beast Bond too. I don't really care about Snare. I think it was, yep, it's a reaction, which is amazing. Beast Bond, Telepathic Link, Touch, fails, Intelligence until, Line of Sight. I'm going to go Absorb Elements. Let's see what's actually in. Hunters. I thought I was going to say Hunter Shark. What? None of these are going to be in here. Nope. Of course not. Stop doing that to me. Cut. Abjuration. Spell. Abjuration. Reaction. Actually, I'll leave this right here. No, I can remove that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Yes. Okay. Absorb elements. Zephyr Strike. Did I not get the name of the spell? You foolish young boy. Transmutation. Bonus action. Selfie. Verbal. Hold on. Concentration up to 1 minute. Okay. Let's see. I watch them on YouTube sometimes. YouTube's at multiple series through blah blah blah. Troy Scott is playing with himself again. Oh, thanks, Frank. How you doing? Have any new spells? Have any of the new spells jumped out at you? I mean, you saw I took Zephyr Strike and Healing Spirit, so I mean, heyo. And Absorb Elements is technically a newer spell too. So all of those are, you know, Hunter's Mark is the only original one that I actually like for this character concept. So the reason why I was asking that question is, do you think it's nice if you're watching this on YouTube versus Twitch to have Twitch chat somewhere on the actual overlay? So obviously I could do that. You've seen it before. Or I could like throw it like way off to the side over there or something like that. You know what I mean? Or even like directly above my head, so you can have like what I'm responding to actually written there. Or is it one of those you watch it on YouTube and you don't even really watch, you more listen? Like, I listen to YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that, like while I'm doing dishes. Because electronics and water are great together. It's supposed to be a second level spell, you dumb bitch. There's a second level conjuration. It's healing. There we go. Oop. I may have asked this once before, but it was a long time ago. You know, opinions change over time. Come on, you bastard. Up in the race. At higher levels. Plop. It's my only second level spell, which is funny. Let's see if my at higher levels can also cover second level slots of these other ones. So, Hunter's Mark. Requires a third or fourth level slot. Doesn't do anything at second level slot, so nothing there. Absorb elements. Oh, absorb elements can use a second level slot. That's nice. And Zephyr Strike cannot. So literally just absorb elements and healing spirit can take up those second level slots, to which I have 2 of them. Meh. It's a lot of healing. You love chat. I love chat on the overlay on YouTube. For things like this, it's good to have chat, but when it's you and some buddies, no points to have the overlay. I imagine it'd be helpful for YouTube people to have Twitch chat there. Yeah, okay. I think it would take away from. I think it will take away on the D&D stream, on casual streams. Yeah, on D&D. Let me be clear. I'm talking about on Make a Character specifically. Or maybe even video game streams, but on that one, I kind of am iffy because it takes away from the beauty of what you're seeing. I mean, specifically Make a Characters, maybe on video games. Definitely not on D&D. A newbie D&D player in. I'm thinking about double dipping as a DM for my friends. That's why I'm asking about the world. Honestly, I am one of those people where I say go for a either a homebrew world for newbies and just keep it light so it doesn't matter because you're expecting it to be like a shorter campaign. If it's a bigger campaign, I say go for worlds like Faerun, where if they're really interested, they could pick up a book for dirt cheap or for free and just read about everything they want to. They can just Google and find out everything they want to, so they can immerse themselves without having to like pester you for 1,000 questions. DMing a homebrew world and they want to know more about it, you might not be able to get your hands on that information. I just think that makes things easier. Because you know it's easy. It's kind of like a run away if you want to. You don't have to get more information. All right, am I done with all that? I got my spells. Let's go over this one more time. I gotta do my health points. Gotta roll. 5d10. Oh god, 18 plus 9 is 27 minus 6. Oh god. Oh god. Rick, you were complaining about your character? Oh my god. Oh, it's a 6th level ranger with 21 health points. Okay. Oy. You could also make a custom setting in an established world. That's what I do. You know what I mean? Like, I have... I mean, if you think about like what I do with my games, I take a world that exists, and then everything's like... If people are like, oh, what adventure are you running? I'm like, no. It doesn't work like that. I don't run modules. I just don't. It's just not entertaining for me. Okay. That's that. Ooh, that's cool. All right. Well, that's that. That's the entire class. So, fuck off. Race. Fuck off. You are just a steaming pile of garbage that should just be sent back to... I'm still missing something off of my race. I don't remember what it is. I don't think Erin ever texted me back. Hope she did. One sec. I have it somewhere. How long ago she texted me that? Oh, literally 3 minutes ago. Cool. For a one-shot with roll 4, I literally rolled 1 AP for my first level. Rick, I'm sorry. Things hate you. Everything hates you. You just can't roll dice, man. Love you, Rick. I do. I'm sorry. Tabletops hate you. Okay, we gotta choose a background. Oh, we didn't do that yet. 5e background. Okay. Acolyte is very appropriate for them. City Watch is very appropriate for them. Cloistered Scholar is also appropriate because they tend to not be young. Dissenter. If I it is make sure I'm reading this correctly. If you wish have any hope of survival, whether hiding in the cities. Wait, even though carefully character well, you don't challenge your existence. Of course. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking it was. Never mind. I was thinking it was deserter, like someone who deserted. Never mind. Never mind. Faction agent, far traveler also works. No. I like the idea of, yes, I'm a knight, and I have 3 other Avariel that travel with me for note keeping. Anybody remember Ariel in Baldur's Gate 2? What's that character? Secret identity. I'm a regular elf. Yeah, that's it. Okay. People are making these things. What would be examples? System question and okay. Alrighty. Acolyte, City Watch, Close Scholar, and Far Travel. Let's go Acolyte first. Insight and Religion, 2 languages, Holy Symbol, and Shelter of the Faith. Unfortunately, the gods that they worship tend to be gods that aren't as common down below. City Watch, Athletics and Insight, 2 languages. Watchful Eye, your experience at law and lawbreakers gives you the ability to find local criminals. You can easily find local outposts. It's less about that and more about killing dragons. Cloistered Scholar, I like because of the library access. People would obviously be like, ooh, you're different. Let's let you in the library. You know things. And Far Traveler goes without a doubt. An easy one. You already have perception, so you have to change that out. A musical instrument sounds wicked cool. Honestly, Far Traveler sounds the best. All eyes on you. Yep, I think I'm going to go Far Traveler. It's the least useful, but it certainly sounds nifty. All eyes on you. Let's see, this is going to be, there we go. So I want to do it. Oop. Far Traveler. Insights, since I already have perception, I have to switch that up for something else. Switch it up for something else that was already in my class. Nature, I guess, works. Or investigation. History? Was history in Ranger? Fuck. 5e Ranger revised. Nature. Have. Don't have. Animal handling, nature, or investigate. Ugh. I guess nature. Okay. Tools, musical instruments of the Avariel. An instrument? Figure it out later. Could have said community. Aw, thanks. I appreciate that. It is a wonderful community. If you're not already a part of it, I suggest you join the Discord. I love hanging out with these peeps. Everybody here is amazing. They're really cool. Obviously you speak Common Elven, and you also speak exploring. Or oral, or however they call it. It used to be, I don't remember what it used to be, honestly. And then Draconic, of course. Alright. And then this garbage. Why are you here? Who gives a shit? Okay. Start going through that stuff now. Well, background was Fall Traveler. It's a fact, even if it's not the one you choose. Are you gonna play with this Avariel? Polar, every one of these characters I do. So every one of the characters that I've done, like randomly, I have every intention of playing at some point in time. It's just, especially this half drow. I cannot wait to play this half drow. I have every intention of playing. It's just a matter of whether or not I can. I get an opportunity to, right? You don't always have a game that you can play them in. So, yes. But I have to warn you, Polar. When my older brother and I, who you've never met before, he's not on the interweebs. When him and I were younger, high school, whatnot, if it was like crappy out or we were being lazy and didn't feel like going anywhere, we would legit just like lie on a bed, a full-size bed, with books all over the floor, all over the bed and stuff like that, with clipboards, pencils, mechanical number 2 pencils, of course, and character sheets. And we would just make characters. We'd roll for stats. We'd double check each other's rolls for health points and attributes to make sure we weren't cheating. And we would just make characters. I didn't keep track of like a record or anything in one day, but I would not surprise me if like in one day we each made 12 characters, you know, and we're talking 3.0, 3.5 days pre-Pathfinder. So, you know, back then, if you rolled, okay, I'm going to play 2d10, that's my level, and you rolled like a 17th level character, that's not something that takes you half an hour. I mean, I drag this out because I have fun doing this on stream. It takes you a long... I actually am I'm genuinely excited for when I get to teach Ollie an older campaign and an older way of playing. When you have to learn how to balance... Oh, God. I'm genuinely excited for it. I should really make an old character on stream. I should do that. I should do that for my next, like, MaC. My next, you know, MAC. Let's make your AC 16. You're obviously wearing studded leather armor. Why would you be wearing either of those? 2 swords, short swords, or 2 simple melee weapons. Honestly, 2 short swords is fine with me. 2x short sword. Dix. And so it's what, 1d6. I want to just see how this looks because I've never tried this before. Let's try it like this and see how it looks. 2x short swords. I'm not a 2-weapon fighting person, but I want a 2-weapon fight anyways. I attack. I hit. I attack again. I definitely hit. I roll. And you see my damage. 1d6 plus 4, and just 1d6. So instead of having like 2 different ones, I just roll it once, and you can see what the damage is, the regular weapon or the offhand weapon. Alright, cool. Engineer's pack, honestly, fuck all of those. They're just way too heavy. Longbow, quiver, 20 arrows. Yep, of course. Traveler's clothes. Oh. So I'm excited for one day. Obviously, the goal is to eventually get partnership on Twitch because it allows me to have more emotes. Like, literally everything will be exactly the same as it is now. Bigger community, of course. But I get to have more emotes, and I'm really looking forward to that because there's like so many jokes and whatnot and so many different things that you want to be able to do. But unfortunately, it takes time. Poorly wrought maps of your homelands depict where you are in Faerun. Honestly, I'm not even going to take that. I'm not going to take poorly wrought maps from my homeland. Of where I currently am? Okay, I'm fine. I thought it was going to say of where I'm from. The Avariel are very secretive of where their homes are, so yeah, definitely not going to share that. Someone's saying no a bunch of times. And it's trash. Hi. Am I trashy? Am I trashy? I'm fine with being trashy. Belt pouch. $5 gold. This is a question I've been discussing with some other people since 5e kind of stands out from other versions. I wanted to test the logic limits, hence the question. Is a chaotic evil paladin a legit thing, or is it just for twats who want to mess with players in the DM? It's a legit thing, 100% legit thing, no question. Yes, Unspeak, it would become a regular emote, and other emotes, like better ones, would be able to replace them, would be able to continue growing, so on and so forth. It'd be ever expanding. You know what I mean? The cool thing is, like, let's say you're at a point where you could have 10 or 12 regular emotes. I like the idea of actually me personally having on hand 15, 20 of them prepared, so I can kind of switch them out as time goes, you know, because you have fun with it. And delete now. As a community, you're ever moving forward. You're always growing. I like the idea of doing that. Okay. That covers that. Let's go with personality traits, ideals, bonds. Bonds, I am bound to the eternal war of my homelands and will not rest till I find an answer to the Dragon Walls. Ideals. I hold life to be sacred, but cherish life that's... Oh, it's the word I'm looking for. Cherish life that, like, appreciates one another, that loves one another. Cherish life that, like, cherishes other life. But cherish life that's... But cherish, like, non-destructive life. More or less, like, I like people that like people and like plants and stuff, as opposed to, I'm just going to burn and name everything. Help me think of some phrasing for that, because I can't think of one at the moment. Flaw. While it is obvious I am not from here, I guard my homeland's secrets with my life. You can apparently see progress towards becoming Twitch. Oh, I know I can. I actually know exactly what I need to be able to get there, and I am a long ways away. I mean, it's no secret. If anybody has a Twitch account, you can see what you need. And what I need is, I think it's 75 average viewers, which I'm, you know, a ways from, and that's cool. It's a slow and steady trek. I'm not trying to rush things. I'm just happy to hang out with the people I hang out with. I actually am more excited about a growing Discord than I am a growing Twitch, because it just makes it more fun to be with people. Personality traits. Big cities, towns, how long that yeah, and less. Life that holds life dearly. Okay, that's good. Better phrasing than I was coming with. But I hold life to be sacred, but cherish life that holds life dearly. Better phrasing than the trashy shit I was coming up with. Personality traits. Comes off as, let's see, comes off as forlorn or aloof, but is just deep in long, livid thought. And then other personality traits. Always interested in conversations referring to dragons and other Draco kin. It says... does it say refereeing? It does. It says refereeing. Referring, there we go. Bam. Alright, it's cool. Alrighty. Got my spells. Age. 273. Young. Eyes. Think about it, 273 is like being 30 years old as a human. It's pretty young. 30 years old as a human, like nowadays standards. Eyes. Sky blue. Sky blue, nearly white. Skin. Ooh, their skin is so fair. So fair. Like I want to say like painfully fair. Extremely fair. Oh wait, no, that's not true. Actually, aren't they copper skinned? Wait a second. Avariel. Images. No, they're extremely fair. That's right. Okay, they are extremely fair. I couldn't remember for a second. I was like, wait, no, they fly in the sunlight. Okay, no. Extremely fair. Hair, they're usually blonde. I'm gonna go with red. Red. Size, medium, of course. Height, let's go 5'3". Weight, because they're very, very light. I'm gonna go 85 pounds. Character appearance. I mean, meh. Not really worried about it at the moment for exactly what they look like. So, let's see. A 6th level of Avariel. Oh, wait. Did Aaron ever text me back? Oh, Aaron. Sends you in Discord. Bam. Let's see. Dark Vision, Keen Senses, Fey Ancestry, Trance, Hollow Bones, Vulnerability to Bludgeoning, Fly 50, cannot wear medium and higher. I don't have stat increase written down, although Syl, that was the character she played with, broke down as this, whatever. So assume standard point buy. They also had a +1 to Charisma. Huh, why Charisma? Some of these stats would have added up that way. They also had proficiency with Simple, Longsword, Short Bow, and Longbow. Huh, which means that they had the standard Elven weapon proficiencies. Thought we added in the more appropriate weapon proficiencies for them. Okay. That doesn't affect a ranger anyways, right? Charisma? I mean, Erin's smart, so I'm not going to dispute her breakdown of the attributes here. You know what I mean? She knows what she's talking about. Charisma? Why charisma? That just seems wrong. I'm going to stick with wisdom because that makes more sense. But did all we give them is fly speed and wisdom? But then gave them hollow bones? because of all the other elven traits. I swear we gave them one more thing. Oh, the one more thing is proficiencies, then the what you call it, and then the flight. Okay, that's why. That's fair. Fair. I thought there was one more thing. I was mistaken. Fair. Cool. All right. I need a name. I need a name for this person. I need a name. I started a second D&D group today with one of my PCs. Decided they wanted to swap something different. I said, okay, these people are new to my DMing. I'm going to have the new character murder the old one before he swaps over. I mean, I've done things like that before. Changing out builds or completely changing out characters. It's just got to be careful to make sure you don't like disrupt the comfort of the other characters when you do it or whatever. Okay, so I'm really gonna hide these notifications. It's not usually a thing that pops up. I think it's it. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. I'm good. Just a name. Do we have a name for the Avariel? Any suggestions? Any takers? Any takers? Yes, you should. Avariel Candlekeep. I actually love this. Candlekeep.com is absolutely amazing. It's a little difficult to read because of this like super garbo backdrop back when like HTML was still in like the original HTML and CSS was still in the original CSS before like internet existed in its like better form. I mean, like, look at this garbo. This is so funny. Look how bad this is. I mean, this is awful. This is legit the website. And who's gonna go about updating this? Like, what hardcore nerd is actually willing to go out and update this website from its original? Nobody. Nobody's gonna do that. Absolutely nobody. They actually didn't even use CSS. It looks like they did all of the customization in actual HTML. That's hilarious. Oh god, that's so funny. Really? Yeah, no. And then they have a couple of GIFs in there. They didn't even use a CSS file, and that's hilarious. Okay. So, Avariel names: +4 dex, -4 con, base speed 45, average maneuverability. This is an older edition. This looks like a second edition right here. Fly by attack feat. All right. Anyways, so male name: Raptir. Oof. Telesphere. I kind of like Telesphere. That's cool. Airy. Peace Whisper, Air Dance, Arrow Breeze. Pedal Sword. Ooh. Xylokirum. That's Pedal Sword. That's pretty cool. Name is Eris Bladewing. I don't like Bladewing. Ooh. Mr. Reaper. That's kind of a cool name you have there. Avery. Real Men Code with Notepad. I use, I always forget the name of the program when I'm not looking at it. God, why can't I ever remember the name of the program? I always forget the name of the program. I'm so sorry. Come on. Sublime Text. I use Sublime 3. That's what I use. I like Sublime. Alright, so, let's see. What was that name that you had over here? It was Data May? Yeah, the name was Data May. I don't like the last name, though, I won't lie. Drequar? Don't like it. I'm actually going to take Data May from you. That was a good, real main code in machine language. Fair. Fair. I like Data May, but I actually really liked the, Xylokirum, which is Petal Sword. Xylokirum. I like it. Makes me happy in funny places. Neutral again. Alright. I think I'm good. I think that's it. I think this character's done. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're good. This character's gonna die. Let's look at, let's just go to Orc Pub monster list. Let's look at CR3. Basilisk? Sure. Bearded Devil? Sure. Ooh. Blue Dragon Wormling? Sure. Gold Dragon Wormling? Sure. Basilisk. Going to lose initiative. That's okay. I win initiative. I make 2 attacks with my bow from in the air. What, 17? What's the AC of a Basilisk? 15. Would also lose initiative. Also lose initiative. Probably also lose initiative. Would hit all of them with that AC. Second attack with the longbow. Would only hit some of them with that. That's okay. In case they're already injured. So does 7 points of damage to the Basilisk. 7 points of damage to the Bearded Devil. Correct. So they have resistance. Piercing. So only 3 points of damage to them. Blue Dragon, 7 points of damage, and you 7 points of damage. Second attack would miss the 2 of you, but would hurt the 2 of you guys. Rolling that second attack, that would do 11 more. So you would have taken. You would actually be fairly injured. And what is the range for your petrifying gaze? Within 30 feet, you can fly in the air. You are dead, sir. You are dead from my. Don't even worry about it. You are dead. Bearded Devil. Once again, you would take half damage. So 11, that'd be 5. You've already done 3, so you take only 8 damage. You're barely injured. And now it's going to be your turn. Can you fly? 30 feet, no. Magic resistance, Devil Sight, Steadfast. Can't be frightened. Multi-attack, or with its glaive. And you can't teleport nowadays, can you? Which sucks. So you would have to get some sort of ranged weapon and attack upwards that way. But taking half damage from all the attacks, you have a really good chance of still winning this fight, especially if you were to get a single bleeding attack. I mean, if you were to get 1 attack on them, you're talking +5. Let's make 1 attack. 1d20 +5. Well, 1 attack is actually 2 attacks, isn't it, with you? Yep. 1 with beard, 1 with glaive, so +5. So roll 2d20 +5. So the first one would be a 16, which would hit. The second one would miss. Assume beard first. Would do 1d8 damage. So I'll worry about damage in a second. And DC 12 Constitution saving throw will be poisoned for 1 minute. So, fail the con save. Roll 1d8. I am typoing like a mofo. So take 5 damage. You're already down to only 16 health. You failed your Constitution save against the Bearded Devil. Now you're poisoned for a minute, which means that you suck in every way. You can't regain hit points while you're poisoned this way, so you suck in every way. You have a very good chance of dying against the Bearded Devil. Only challenge rating 3. Blue Dragon, can you fly? Absolutely, and faster. You have lightning breath, dexterity saving throw, or oh my fucking god. Let's do a dexterity saving throw and assume the dragon gets that 1 option against you. DC 10 you beat, you fail, meaning the dragon's going to do 4d10, assuming you still have max health. Roll 4d10 damage. 13 damage, bringing you down to only 8 health left after only 1 round of this mofo. Jesus Christ. Only 1 round, and since it can fly 60 feet and then exhale in a 30-foot line, there's a really good chance they're going to catch up to you. And they have a decent amount of health, so they can survive against you pretty well. The AC's, I mean, you got a good chance to hit. Yeah, there's a really good chance this dragon's going to chew you up and spit you out, you wimpy little Avariel. Alright, how about you? Fire Breath, 4d10 fire, same effect. Weakening, 15-foot cones, you have to get much closer, but you can fly. Strength saver, disadvantage of strength-based attacks. They would never do that because it just doesn't really work for this creature. Yeah. These dragons, these wormlings, by the way, wormlings, that's babies, like, wee, wormlings, they would destroy this 6th level character. Wow. That's crazy. Yep, okay. 15th level fighter using an enchanted greatsword. You know what I'm gonna do actually? You know what I'm gonna make? Mim. You're still in here. What is, because I want to give a little bit more showcase to the new book. Xanathars. So, choosing a race from Volos or actually I think all of these are covered in here anyways. Choosing a race from Princes of the Apocalypse, everybody, and or Volos, and then Mim, specifically you, choosing a class/archetype from Zan's, because I know you have the book. I don't remember if anybody else does. I will make that character next. I'm just going to take a quick little break. When I come back, we'll do that, okay? That's what I'll do. Oh, God. Level 17 Hexblade. I'm going to roll for level, mind you. I'll roll for level, but I will keep it on the back end. Somebody else has to choose the race since he chose Hexblade. I'll be right back. Or she. I actually don't know. I assume it's a he. I think he said he before. I'm going to go he.